Happy Friday, guys. Good morning. Welcome to the morning sprint. It is the Friday edition, which means we have wrapped up our week. We're going to end this week off on a really good note. I got a really cool story to give you guys. But first and foremost, I do want to say a huge thank you to everybody who watched the morning sprint yesterday. Obviously, we had a story that got a lot of people passionate. It was regarding the whole Michael Orr and Tui family, the big drama that was going around with that. And like I said in the whole point of us doing the story yesterday was that no matter what your opinions are about who you believe and what the cases and facts and stuff that are coming out right now, the focus was on Sandra Bullock and how people were trying to make her return her Oscar because of the whole drama that's happening right now. So you guys knew how I felt. I felt, like I said, leave my girl Sandra alone. She had nothing to do with all the mess that's happening right now. And a lot of you guys agreed with me. I think we got like over 400 different comments that were coming in. So thank you guys so much again for watching the morning sprint, checking out that article, and just voicing your opinions, because again, we love to hear that back and forth engagement, and it was cool getting that out of you guys yesterday. Well, today got another cool story to tell you guys about. It's going to be on a more positive note, in my opinion, and it's dealing with our boy Oliver Anthony. So the question is, who is Oliver Anthony? You may have heard him and you may have seen him from his viral song, The Men North of Richmond. We chat about this Virginia native, and we're going to go into the comment section on what all you had to say about how you liked his song debuting on the radio yesterday. And again, we're going to talk about just his story and how passionate he is and humble he is as a musician. It's going to be a really cool deal. I like diving into those deep thoughts behind the talent. So yeah, we got that. So much more coming up in the morning sprint. But first and foremost, obviously, we've been talking about back to school. It's been the back to school marathon here for us right here at WSLS, because we are your back to school authority, keeping tabs on all different things that are happening around regarding people going back to school and students going back to school. And we want to give you guys an update about the Load the Bus. Obviously, many of you guys donated, and the whole idea about Load the Bus was to help those who are in need. Volunteers help packed more than 3,000 bags for Roanoke City students for the back-to-school extravaganza. It's a huge need, and staff says that this year is especially important because there was no tax-free weekend here in Virginia, which is not a good thing, in my opinion. That really helped out a lot of teachers and a lot of families. But here we are. Many families are still dealing with the pandemic stress, such as the inflation. Volunteers are pleased that they were able to help out, but Roanoke City Public School students are invited to attend this year's back-to-school extravaganza. Again, that's going to be for tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. at William Fleming High School. Students can meet their school administrators, get anything that they need, such as vaccinations, visit the community partners, and receive a free goodie bag of school supplies while those school supplies last. So again, that extravaganza is going down tomorrow. Make sure you go check it out if you need some help. This community is stepping in to do just that. And speaking of our students, we got to give shout outs to our back to school pins that we got. This cute little girl right here is Inslee. This is coming in from Caitlin. Caitlin sent this to us, said that this is her first day of kindergarten. Look at her styling and profiling, looking like she's ready to go. I love the shades, and I love the shirt, everything, the whole get up is just the cutest little kindergarten you can think of. And we got another one right here. Check out Luke. Luke is coming in. This is being sent in from Anna Pham, man. Shout out to you. This is Luke's first day of kindergarten. Also very excited. And again, it's always cool to see these back to school photos and just see the joy in our kids' faces as they head back into the classroom. Always a really good deal right there. So again, guys, keep sending your back to school photos our way. We love to give you guys shout outs, and you just may see them either on TV or on the morning sprint right here, so we can give your kiddos a cool little shout out. Okay. So safety is a big thing when we're going back to school. That's always top of mind for our parents, our staffs, even our teachers and our students and stuff. So when you're dealing with safety, you want to make sure that you have resources on hand. And that's why Children's Trust has a prevention education program to help students identify unsafe situations. Speak Up and Be Safe is a research-based program that teaches kindergarten through fifth graders what to do in those kind of scenarios.
So a lot of the times, children will report to safe adults that are not necessarily parents or caregivers within the home. They'll actually identify safe adults around them. And so that could either be, a teacher or a school counselor or a principal.
So Children's Trust will head to Roanoke County Public School next month to teach the prevention curriculum, and they also plan to attend the Roanoke City Schools. Again, another good resource to have in our back pocket, especially when it comes down to keeping our babies safe. Also, we got to make sure, when building relationships in the community, they're doing it one pickup game at a time over in Charlottesville. Now, check out this real cool story right here. Anytime we're talking about police and engaging with kids, that's always a good story. This video right here, 3 officers playing a pickup game of basketball going viral on social media. Charlottesville police say that it's their mission to connect on all levels.
Me and my friends, we was just running like a little 2v2 thing, right? And then the cops just randomly pulled up.
If I could take all this off and come out here and make these relationships every day, I would.
Yeah, I think it's really important. I think just showing kids especially, just because with the news and everything, it's not always good, and I'm just showing people that we're people too, just like them, so.
So the officers look forward to engaging with the community like this again. Again, they're going to be doing all these pickup games and just finding ways to reach out to our children. And again, it's always good to see officers and see these special moments between law enforcement and the community. So often, you'll have especially corporate media, the networks, they'll, any bad thing that does take place, justified or not, it blows up, goes viral, and then you just see this awful negative picture of our men and women in the uniform. Well, seeing moments like this, the special moments of them playing a simple game of basketball or, doing their back to school, different events and stuff like that, those moments happen more often than those awful, awful little bad apple type moments. So again, showing love to our law enforcement. If you could see any veteran law enforcement out there, make sure you just say hey and thank them for their service, okay? So, moving on, we got another cool story coming your way. Let me make sure I get on my channels locked together, okay? Okay, so Clear the Shelters. It's our Clear the Shelters campaign taking place, and today we're trying to get Marty McFly a home. He's a 4-year-old tree and walker coonhound. He's been at the Lynchburg Humane Society since January 2021. Staff says that he's very smart, loves the company of people and other dogs. Marty likes to spend time outdoors and play with squeak toys. He knows how to sit, shake, go to a crate, and is currently learning Bring It, Drop It, Leave It. His adoption fee is sponsored. So you guys can get in, try to get him, but also now is the perfect time to adopt at the Lynchburg Humane Society. So check this out. Of course, we got a lot of good things happening today. Only all dogs, cats, and kittens except VIPs. Adoption fees have been waived as a part of the Clear the Shelters campaign. All you have to do is pay the $20 microchip fee. So again, if you're interested in adopting Marty McFly or seeing other adoptable animals, you can visit our website at WSLS.com and go to our Clear the Shelters page. We got to get our babies in forever homes. And I was talking about it earlier today on Virginia Today. It's always good to see those success stories, such as Ice, who is now Ice-T. We talked about him earlier when we were doing this campaign, highlighting the different dogs. You got, I think it was Charlie Girl and Rainy Girl who are now in a home together. Ice, who is Ice-T, he was adopted as well. I think Latte was picked up. So a lot of cool stories out there where these dogs are finding their forever homes, thanks to you guys in the community. And again, it's always good to see our babies get into households where they can actually figure out how it is to be a dog or a cat, not worrying about what they're going to eat, or worried about being run over or anything like that, but they're in the comfort of a home with a family that loves them. Speaking of love, a lot of people love some donuts, and we got something cool coming. Dunkin' Donuts is coming to Christiansburg. Crews are remodeling the old Pizza Hut building on Roanoke Street. It's the only Dunkin' located in Christiansburg. Currently, the closest one is on Virginia Tech's campus. An opening date has not been announced, but I know a lot of people are going to be looking out for that. Excited to see what's going to happen there. And if you love you some Dunkin' Donuts, you're not going to have to walk far. It's going to be right there as soon as they get it open and going. I'm pretty sure it's going to be very popular, seeing as though got a lot of kids can use some donuts. I know they have, Boardwalk? The Boardwalk is something a place where the kiddos can go get some sweets. I say kiddos, but college kids, basically all of us who are familiar with gaining that freshman 15 and why we did it. But yeah, Dunkin' Donuts going to be there for all of our people going to work, all the people who love the Dunkin' Donuts coffee. You know, you can't lose with that, all right? So right now, guys, yesterday was also a very warm day outside. Today is going to be a little bit cooler than yesterday. I know if you guys got up and walked outside, I remember I was letting Bo out. Felt really good. Like literally it would be kind of the kind of weather that I would like to could lay outside and go to sleep for a second. But yeah, it's a little bit cooler than yesterday. Not terrible though. Perfect weather. So let's get to meteorologist Chris Michaels to give us an update on our forecast for this Friday.
Hey there, guys. Happy Friday to you. Today feeling nice and comfortable. Tomorrow morning we're in the 40s and 50s, but a wild swing in temperatures because by Sunday and Monday we're tracking the heat. High pressure overhead is going to keep things hot through much of next week. It's also going to block out a lot of our rain. Hope you guys have a great weekend. I'll see you guys first thing on Monday morning on The Sprint.
All right, Chris, thank you so much, man. Keep that app handy. You guys already know it is there to help you guys. So, you know, I do the Deep Blue Ridge, and the Deep Blue Ridge, again, it highlights the unique personalities that are in our community, where they're doing something unique or cool, or it's just simple. You know, you always want to know what is the story behind what they're doing. Well, I had the luxury of meeting a man who has a very tough exterior, big dude, but as gentle as he wanted to be, and has a very deep messaging that he gives to the community from the trials and tribulations he's dealt with in his past, and he does so through spoken word. Yes, you got a big, huge bodyguard-like dude who loves poetry. So I want to introduce you guys to Juice, okay? So this big dude right here, he goes by the name Juice. Again, has a tough exterior. Get this, he's a bouncer, a boxing coach. He also, again, major footprint in the community as far as, you know, the tough aspect of it. But he also has a gentle side to him. He plays the violin, which is super cool. I think is awesome because you would never expect him, this kind of dude, to play the violin. Has a very goofy laugh, a bigger than life personality that a lot of people who breaks through that exterior, they know how goofy he is. But again, he does spoken word, and this spoken word is just filled with all kind of motivational words that would help people know that, you know, life is not always hard. He tells me his story, and you guys can go on our website and watch the full deal. But his story started off, he said he became Juice at age 10. Unfortunately, at age 8, his mom passed away to cancer. And then at age 10, his father, who was a professional boxer, also passed away doing what he loved. Let me see if I can get to him. Yeah, this is an image of his father right there, doing what he loved. He basically ran 14 miles in 90-degree weather and had a heat stroke. A sunstroke. So Juice has been raised by a bunch of women, you know, strong women, he mentions, and says that because he was raised by these strong women, and he continues to coach boxing in honor of his father, teaching them discipline and teaching them that when life knocks you down, you can get back up. But again, being raised by strong women, he also learned that wisdom of keeping your voice alive and keeping it moving forward. And also, he was introduced to poetry through one of his sisters, who helped him understand that was a part of healing that he needed. So yeah, Juice, great guy. You probably see him when you go downtown to Fork in the Market when he's bouncing. He looks big and tough, but again, he's a fun character. He loves talking about Harry Potter, loves talking about DuckTales, just an all-around good heart, good-souled individual that I genuinely think that you guys should go through and go back through and watch his story that we did on him. It's on our website, WSLS.com, on the Deep Blue Ridge tab. You will be inspired, I tell you that much, because again, he says that you could turn your trials and tribulations into trials and triumphs. And that was just a message that really resonated with me, and I'm pretty sure a lot of other people out there, because you know that life can be hard. You can deal with a lot of rough things in our lives, but the best thing that we can do is just keep on moving. And me, as a believer, I always keep God first, big time, in those situations, because it helps me get through that battle, you know. So again, guys, if you could, go back, watch this movie, or not movie, but watch this, the piece that we did on Juice, and I guarantee you will be inspired. And speaking of being inspired, we got to get to this, okay? Oliver Anthony, you guys have seen him, you guys have heard him, his song, Richmond, North of Richmond. We've seen the different things that he's received on, whether it be through the news media, whether it be online, the different attacks that he's gone through. But yeah, get this. His song, not only has he been poised to dethrone artists like Taylor Swift and Morgan Wallen, but Star Country 94.9 debuted Richmond North of Richmond, which is a song to listeners yesterday morning. Co-host Brett Sharp and Taylor Sherrill asked listeners to call and text in what they thought about the song, and they got all kind of positive reviews. So I'm going to just read you guys his story, because, you get, people who are, art is always subject to interpretation. And then you have some people that just are, we live in a world where people are just so divided and so quick to just jump the gun and assume a person's story, assume a person's beliefs, assume what this person is and what they're really trying to do or their agenda or whatever. But honestly, this is just a clear example of how he's just a normal individual like you and I, simple, live in this world the way we are. So get this, he was interviewed by Billboard. He says that people in the music industry give me blank stares, and I brush off the $8 million offer. I don't want 6 tour buses, 15 tractor trailers, a jet. I don't want to play stadium shows. I don't want to be in the spotlight. I wrote the music I wrote because I'm suffering from mental health and depression. These songs have connected with millions of people on such a deep level because they're being sung by someone feeling the words in the very moment that they were sung. No editing, no agent, no bull, just some idiot and guitar. He has a sense of humor as well. Style of the music that we should have never gotten away from in the first place. He goes on to say, and gave his biography, which I didn't even know. His real name is Christopher Anthony Lunsford, but the stage name Oliver Anthony is in honor of his late grandfather, 1930s Appalachia, where he was born and raised. He dropped out of high school at age 17 and went to earn his GED. Get this. He also worked multiple jobs before suffering a fractured skull after a bad fall in 2013, which led him back to his home state of Virginia, where he's from. He says that there's nothing special about me. I'm not a good musician. I'm not a very good person. He wrote, I've spent the last 5 years struggling with mental health and using alcohol to drown it. I'm sad to see the world, the state that it's in right now, with everyone fighting with each other. I spent so many nights feeling hopeless. The greatest country on the earth is quickly falling away. So again, this is his beliefs as, your typical country boy, He goes on opening up about his feelings surrounding, again, what the divisive nature that our internet and world is going through right now. He says that, when are we going to fight for what is right again? Millions have died protecting the liberties we have. Freedom of speech is such a precious gift. Never in world history has the world had the freedom it currently does. Don't let them take it away from you, he concluded. Just like those once wandering in the desert, we have lost our way from God and have let false idols distract us and divide us. It's a shame. So, as you can tell, he's very passionate about what he believes. I'm assuming, as a Christian, or has a faith-based view on life. And again, just to see this raw talent shoot up the way it did and got so popular because his music and because his words has resonated with so many people out there in a very positive way, it just shows you that everybody is just ready to get back to the basics, I think. So with that being said, obviously I could talk all day about how inspiring it is just to see him overcome the obstacles that he's dealt with and, just do this simple thing such as sing a song, and it goes so wild and crazy because of his messaging and because of his point of view, his opinion in life, his view. He has every right to have it. I just think it's cool that he's not letting anything stop him on his musical journey. That's my views on it, but let's go ahead and go to the comment section and see what you guys thought about it. All right, Richmond, North of Richmond. We got our first comment coming in for Oliver. He says that this is coming from Pure Soul on our website. Says this man is keeping it 100, spitting out facts from the soul. Dang, I don't even listen to this type of music, but man, it hit the feels button. So yeah, shout out to Pure Soul. Again, I a shared sentiment but with a lot of people. This person comes in, this is middle of the aisle, also commenting on our website. He says that all one has to do is look at the reactions this song is gathering on YouTube to see that this song is touching people from all different countries and walks of life. You don't have to be a certain race, identity, or political affiliation to get it. Solid comment right there, and I 100% agree as well. You know, no matter what art you're listening to, everything is up for interpretation, and the way you interpret it doesn't make your view better than another person's view, or doesn't make another person's view more wrong than yours. It's just a view. 1791 to 2 comes in with speaking the truth, referring to the lyrics of the song as well. And then last but not least, we got another comment come in from the Crusader on our website. He says that I love this guy. Great song. Again, it's just cool. You know, like I said, this is not a show where we dive into the political world. I hate politics. If you know me, you would know that I hate politics. But what I do love is I love originality. And I love people who stand up for what they believe in and do so in not only a respectful way, but do so in a way that's educational to others, and it's also a way that, you know, we can come to the table and have a conversation. That's what it's all about, and I think that's what his song has done to so many people, and that's the reason why it has gone so viral. So let's get to Jazzy Jazz. Jazz, are you with me?
Hey, good morning.
How you doing, girl?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I am good. So I don't know if you've heard the song before, Men North of Richmond, but just hearing his story and the struggles that he's gone through and how out of nowhere this song just blows up the way it's blowing up. You know, why do you think it's so inspiring for people to see, you know, no matter what your life is, you can do and be anything at any given time?
Yeah, I think any story of triumph just really resonates with people because it shows them that despite their hardships, despite their tribulations and challenges they've gone through, they can still overcome it and rise above. And I think that's exactly what Oliver Anthony does with his song and his story. It's a story of success overall. And he shows that voicing your opinions and your beliefs can resonate with a lot of people, and it just shows people that you can follow your dreams no matter what your age is, and it's never too late for you to be successful in life. So it's just a beautiful story of success, and a beautiful story just showing that you follow your dreams and express yourself and be who you are, and it can lead to things you never imagined. Because I mean, he became famous overnight.
Yes.
And I was watching one of his performances, and he was saying I think it was just last month that he had maybe 20 people, and now it was completely sold out, and I believe in 3 hours. So it really goes to show that with time, you never know what's going to happen. So just be faithful and just keep having hope in what your dream is.
Right, and I think it's also important to show that he is reminding people in his music that he's just like you and I, you know, and he will tell you in an interview, like, I'm not doing anything special. I'm not trying to ruffle any feathers or anything. I'm just being real. And you know us here on The Sprint is all about being real. And when you can show that authentic side of you, again, people are tired of the fake pandering, and they're tired of all those, you know, and again, one of the things that I mentioned, like I said, you know, it's just amazing that we live in a world that is so quick to attack a person, not even knowing what their actual messaging is, and just making assumptions of what that message could be, you know. And I'm happy that he's bringing a lot of people to the table, or even to a conversation through his musical abilities. That's always a blessing right there, and I think it's inspiring to everybody to just keep their voice alive. And another thing, I think he just secured, meteorologist Bret Michaels let us know today, he secured a spot with the Blue Ridge Rock Fest. So yeah, he's doing his thing. He's making his rounds, and I think he's definitely letting people know that life, you know, we're all experiencing it. We're all living it right now. And the best that we can do is do it together rather than divided. Do we have any comments or views today?
Yeah, we have a ton of viewers, but no comments today. But it's like I've said previously, it's super easy to leave a comment. All you really need to do is just head to our website, The Morning Sprint. We'll see it first thing. Give that a click. And then there's a comment form right beneath. We would love to hear your thoughts on these trending stories that we talk about each day. Because, I mean, yesterday when we had 400 comments on that story. It was awesome just going through and reading your thoughts. So we
Yes.
would love to just continue that trend and hear from you all.
Definitely. And also, we're getting closer to that Bret Michaels deal, right, Jazz? How can a person get their hands on that bad boy?
Yeah, all you need to do is sign up and be an insider. And the thing is that it's completely free to sign up to be an insider. So all you need is your email and a password, and then you're good to go. And then you can enter to win until the 21st.
Gotcha.
So we're giving away 2 pairs of tickets. And you have, like I said, you have until the 21st to win. And it's completely free. Everything is free. So we would love for you guys to enter the win and just take advantage of this wonderful contest.
Yes, perfecto, Jazz. Well, you got anything else before we wrap up our Friday?
No, I'm all good.
All right, my love. Well, you have a blessed day and have a wonderful weekend, okay?
All right, you too.
All right, bye. Okay, guys, I also want to keep you guys posted about Floyd Fest as well. Floyd Fest has a new place to call home. Officials announced that the Virginia Department of Environmental Equality approved the Hill Holler LLC stormwater management plan for the development of the festival park in Czech, Virginia. With its final approval, leaders at Floyd Fest 24 will be held at the new venue. This comes after Floyd Fest 2023 was canceled due to permitting road blocks. All right, so that's in the store, and also we got to get to our headlines before we roll out of here. Coming up in our later newscast, including 10 News at noon, the search continues for a Virginia inmate who has been on the run almost a week. Department of Correction leaders say that the man, Nazim Rolak, escaped custody during medical treatment at a hospital in Henrico on Saturday. We got the whole story about that and how he actually made contact with a 70-year-old man. Not a good story, but we got that online, and you'll be able to watch it on air as well. Pulaski County leaders say the law enforcement could bring charges against a person they believe responsible for the fire at the Randolph Park Pool House. And 10 News, your back-to-school authority, we're tracking how our local divisions are reacting to the model policies on transgender students brought forward by the Virginia Department of Education. This morning, parent of a trans child faces charges after being arrested at the Roanoke County School Board meeting for disorderly conduct. We got that story as well. All those stories and so much more coming up in our later newscast and online at WSLS.com. Okay, guys. Again, that wraps it up for us today. But just a reminder, like I said, the different stories that we talk about and that we see that you guys are talking about more online, we like to have those conversations. And again, we're not picking any side. We're not saying one side is right, one side is wrong. We all come to the table and we have conversations and we do it respectfully. Again, I'm not one to pass judgment. I absolutely hate that part of, what people tend to do is judge others based off of how they view or based off of what they like and what they look like or what they believe. I don't think that should be the world that we're living in. And that's one reason why we bring those real topics to the table, have those conversations, and we are always open to hearing your comments. So if you guys have anything you want to comment on, if you see this at a later time and have something to say, please let us know. Let's have these conversations because, again, that keeps this show alive and that keeps you guys, again, the forefront of why we do what we do in this industry. With that being said, sorry for getting all sappy in that big spiel. I'm about to roll out because, again, it is Friday. It's time to get the weekend kicked off. You guys have a blessed Friday, blessed weekend, and we'll be back here again Monday morning, 8 a.m., WSLS.com on the Morning Sprint.